A while back on my channel, I had made a video titled Multiversus, a lesson in disaster. It is a video that went with extreme scrutiny, and so I'm making this video, Multiversus, a lesson in failure, because I was right. I was proven right by how Multiversus is treated now, and I was given the same arguments that I'm given today about Multiversus. So I'm going to address many of these same arguments that a lot of people bring to me whenever I talk about Multiversus. The first thing they always tell me is that the game is made with love and care. And to that I say, I agree. I think the game was made with genuine love and care. I think the majority of the game, from the animations that I keep seeing about the game, all the victory animations and the beginning animations, all the games I see are made with love and care. I think that all the little minutia and detail, all that was made with fun and dedication and really cares about the characters and each set of character. I think that is amazing. I think this is cool. However, sadly, I'm not going to be able to see all these animations because I can't play with all the characters. The characters aren't balanced. The character doesn't care about balancing. I know what you're going to say. A lot of people tell me this. Well, it's a fun game that doesn't really need to care about the balancing of certain games. It doesn't really need to care about that because it's more so about the spectacle of playing with all these characters. That's fine. However, it is impossible to unlock a lot of the characters because of the disgusting, weird nuisance of monetization practices put within the game. It is upsetting to see that. It agitates me that this game has so much potential, but potential doesn't equate to greatness. Let's look at the player count. A lot of people are telling me, oh, the game's not dead. Okay, let's look at the player count. Now, let's not talk about the online players within the last hour or even the active players in the last 30 days. Let's talk about the total graph of how much this game was loved. When it first came out, resounding boom. It was amazing, right? Came out, it was spectacular. Then later, it dropped down because they felt how the game played. I said this complaint a lot when I first made this video. The game doesn't feel good. It's clunky. It's weird. It's childish, if I can put a phrase to how the game feels. Very childish in the nature of how the game goes. It doesn't feel good to play. I often said it didn't feel good to play. People say, what do you mean by that? What do you mean it doesn't feel good to play? Shut up. Look at me. Look at me in the face. Shut up. Shut up. I'm so serious. Shut up. When I say a game doesn't feel good to play, it's kind of like if I say, I don't like this person. Well, why don't you like that person? I find them annoying. Why are they annoying? I just find them annoying. I'm allowed to dislike something for the sake of disliking it. Another thing I hear people say, and I'm going to tell you to shut up about this too, you don't have to play the game. I need you to go to your kitchen, dust up some dust, and put it in a dustpan. Get some tweezers and grab that dust with the tweezers, and you will see the amount that I care about you telling me that I cannot and do not have to play the game. I want to play the game. I want to enjoy it. I want to have a fun time with it. I want to have a great time playing the game. I really do. I want to enjoy this game more than I want to enjoy most things in my life. I really do. I want to go on this game and say to myself, this is outstanding. This is one of the greatest games of all time. This is the Smash Bros. Killer. The Smash Bros. Killer. Everybody keeps saying that. Smash Bros. Killer. I want that so bad. I really do. It is not that. This game is not a Smash Bros. Killer. This game has a dedicated fan base. This game is nostalgia bait with fun animations and horrible gameplay. The gameplay isn't fun. Why is Smash Bros. Successful? Is it the Nintendo IP? Not really. It's a fun competitive game and a fun party game. It has items, fun crazy chaos. It has a fun story mode with very detailed and fun animations. It has a great budget. It has a crazy amount of guest characters now, but Smash Bros. Has been good for quite some time. It's been amazing. It's been great. That is what makes Smash Bros. Amazing. The community as well makes Smash Bros. Fun, but I don't communicate with the community that much. I can just play a story mode and pretty much get all of Smash Bros. There. I can't play the story mode in Multiversus. It's boring. I have to get my gym level up. I have to go through the shop. It's a free-to-play game. It's free to play. It doesn't cost me anything. It doesn't cost me a dime to play this game. But I need to critique it because it keeps telling me that it's a player first game. player first. They keep telling me this game is player first. I'm a player. I don't feel like I'm being put first. My wallet's not being put first. If you would allow me to spend a $20 transaction to buy all the characters, right? All the initial base characters without DLC, I would do that. And then have every DLC cost $5, I would buy the characters. I would buy all the characters if you did that. The skins and cosmetics, you can charge for those. I don't care about that. That's fine. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do. Because I would like it if a game that is pitching itself as a crossover game allowed me to have fun costumes. Smash Bros. Let me do it. Nickelodeon All-Stars was barely a game, but it still allowed me to play with a bunch of characters initially. I bought it, but it let me play with a bunch of characters initially. Even PlayStation All-Stars had fun costumes that I could use. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That was great. Crossover games need to have basic functionality before they're crossover games. Crossover games need to represent what the characters are. Let me play as the characters. Yes, I can unlock the characters and make it fun to unlock them and not a trog and a slog of over-repetitive nonsense. Yes, your game is free to play and you do character rotations. That's cool, but if you're stopping me from playing the game locally, how am I supposed to have tournaments? If you restrict the characters I can play as, it doesn't feel like a game I can play if you restrict the characters I can play as. That means every single person that wants to host a tournament has to pay or play the game for an excessive amount of time, thus destroying the tournament scene entirely. The setup and model they have destroys any chance of having a competitive tournament scene in the game. That's disgusting. How are characters supposed to work with characters? How are we supposed to do that? You can lab them in training mode, but you can't play with your friends. You can't do that. It doesn't feel fun. It's not a good model. I hate it. It's stupid. So I made a bunch of videos before about, I am not excited for Multiversus. This video I have privated. I don't have this video up anymore because people message me saying, oh man, the game's not even out yet. Yeah, but I can tell through the trailers. I can literally tell through your trailers the game isn't going to feel good again. And also it's slowed down. And for some reason the camera looks weird. I stated all those complaints in this video. I stated the camera looks weird, the game looks slower, and it looks like it feels worse. You know what I got told? They said, we don't know that. This could be a alpha of the game or a beta of the game. No, they're not going to fix that. I don't know why you have so much trust in this company. They update us on everything. No, they give you a bunch of patch notes that are worthless. They give you a bunch of worthless little patch notes that you think is the company saying, oh yeah, we're caring so deeply about you. No, it is not the company telling you they care about you. They're giving you a bunch of fluff in order to not tell you the truth. Same with this one, Multiversus Return, a vital warning. This was after the game came. This was after the game came out. I made this after the game came out, right? After the game came out, I posted this. I said I played it. This game is horrible. I think this game is trash. I think this game feels like garbage. Still doesn't feel good. I guarantee you that the big boom of players you have right now will dip off deeply. Because it went up to, I believe it was 40,000, right? 40,000? I might be wrong about that. 40,000. Game came back out in like May. It went to 40,000. And this isn't just Steam, by the way. I don't use just Steam. This is all foreseeable metrics of the game. This is all of them. So it went from like 40,000 all the way down. All the way down. It went all the way down. And is losing players more and more each day, despite the fact they have the Powerpuff Girls and they have that and they have this. If you are a multi-crossover game with IPs like Ed, Edd n Eddy, Samurai Jack, Hanna-Barbera, you have the ability to put in Rick and Morty, all these other characters. You have the ability to put in Arya Stark from Game of Thrones. I expect to start off the game with 60 characters. And I can play as all 60. I expect to start the game with 60 characters, and I can start as all 60. Most of the cast is DC. Most of the cast is DC characters. That's fine. That's dandy. But it's a crossover game. I don't want the whole cast to be DC characters. I want to play as Shaggy and Scooby-Doo and Ed, Edd n Eddy and Rick and Morty. And I'm happy they put LeBron James in there, but can we get more? Bugs Bunny, that's cool. I like Bugs Bunny. I like the idea that you're pitching towards me, but the execution sucks. The execution is garbage. I'm making this video now because of the release of the Pop-Up Girls and people having this faith like, oh, this game's gonna get a revival soon. The game is dead. The thing that's keeping this game alive are the whales that are spending a crazy amount of money on the game and don't know when to not spend money on the game. That's what's going on right now. It is disgusting and strange and weird, and I hate it. I hate the fact that I am a lone wolf in this, because I talk to people about this and they say, nah, you don't gotta play the game. Give the game a chance. It's agitating, as if it's immune to critique. No game is immune to critique. My favorite game of all time is Onimusha. That game sucks. I think that game could have been way better. The story is contrived, it's worthless. I think the game is perfect, though. I love it. I love the game deeply. Another game I like is Exoprimal. I love Exoprimal. Exoprimal is a fun, great game to me, made by Capcom. Nobody plays Exoprimal right now. As a matter of fact, if I look up Exoprimal right now, if I see how many people playing are Exoprimal right now, you're going to look at this and be sad. It's going to sadden you. There are 35 players playing Exoprimal right now. Its peak was 4,000. Now that's on Steam, right? That's on Steam, and you're saying to yourself, "Oh, that's just Steam." Show us the total stats for that game. Don't just do one statistic. That's not fair. You're right. You know what? I apologize. That's on me. That's on me. I'm very sorry to say that, and it's not fair to do that. It's never fair to just use Steam player accounts, because that's just one thing. And I'll tell you this right now. It's 100. It's 100. It's 100 in total. It's just 100. It's just 100. It's 100. It's 100. This is insanely sad to see that, right? That's insanely sad. And I can admit to myself the game is dead. I can say this game is horrible. I can say that, and I love the game. Getting people to admit Multiversus sucks is like pulling teeth. The game sucks. It's only fun watching the top tier people play the game because they already have an established name in the fighting scene. Like Void, right? Void had stuff with Ludwig, and he's cool, and right now he's playing with the Pop-Up Girls, and he's having a good time playing this right now. That's what he's doing right now, and it's fun to witness that because it's insane to witness. However, me looking at this game, me seeing this, it looks fun, but feels horrible. It looks really fun. It wants to be a competitive fighting game really, really bad. This game really wants to be a competitive fighting game, but it does not function like a competitive fighting game. And that's where I have the issue with, where you put in these horrible money practices to exploit players and make them pay all these wicked, wacky, out-of-pocket things. You can only play this game if you are dedicating a large, and I mean a large portion of your life to it. That is sad. That is extremely sad. I wanted Multiversus to be amazing. I wanted the game to be great. And I can't find myself enjoying playing this anymore. It isn't fun to play. I hate that. And if you're going to comment saying, oh, there's going to be a revival, it's going to be great, the game is dead. If they pulled it from the stores again and then re-released it, they wouldn't do anything. They shouldn't have pulled it the first time, because people played the game and realized they didn't want it. That's what happened. They went from 4 million to 0. They tried the game out and didn't enjoy it. That's what happened. It's not healthy. It's not good. The game is sad and sorry. That's all it is.